Thank you so much for your time, and the Fashion Watch is back. We invite you to send in your comments. The SMS number is 22422 and the hashtag is Fashion Watch. So send in your style-related questions. An intro of the panel. Ian Bogwa is our resident panelist on the Fashion Watch, and you know him as the renowned judge on Tasker Project fame. He's a thespian, and he is going to be critiquing some of the trends we'll be looking at tonight. Award-winning fashion journalist Carol Odero is also with us tonight. She's our resident panelist on the Fashion Watch, and she'll be looking at what you've been wearing and telling you how you should wear it better. Of course, Robert Burale, he's a motivational speaker and image consultant. Yeah, and he has a hat on today. We'll ask him what that's about. Yes, Robert Burale is our resident panelist, and of course, celebrated celebrity fashion stylist Annabelle Onyango, also with us on the Fashion Watch every Saturday right here on Citizen Weekend. So let's begin with what was happening this week, and we'll start with the Koroga Festival, which was held at the Arboretum. That's on Sunday, and this is celebrated singer Ivonne Chaka, and of course she's known for her locks and her love for African print. I want to start with you, Annabelle, and what you think about Yvonne's style.
I was actually at the Koroga Festival, and I mean, we know Ivonne Chaka is this larger-than-life diva. She's been around since, you know, we were kids. You know, she's had such longevity in her career. And I thought her outfit was a little underwhelming, to be honest. I think, you know, she could have brought it like with her full sort of South African regalia. You know, I think she could have shown that traditional bubu that she's wearing and taken it a step further and given us a little more drama. I mean, she has those beautiful locks that cascade down her back. So I feel like, you know, she could have given us a little something more performative and something more representative of South Africa, where she's from. Okay.
Bob, what do you think about this look on Yvonne?
Today, I totally, absolutely disagree with Annabelle. I think she's dressed very well. This is a lady who dresses with her season. Her age and who she is now, I think that outfit goes with it. It's not too overwhelming because her age does not allow her to be very overwhelming.
Well, Carol, is there a room? Is there like that wow factor when you see what Ivonne Chaka has on? Of course, she's a visiting artist. She's larger than life, like Annabelle said. What impression, I mean, what do you feel when you see her on stage in that particular boo-boo?
Well, I don't see a vavoom aspect to it, that much is for sure. What I see, though, is a woman who has evolved with her music and with her fashion. She's not trying to be caught up in the past or in who she used to be. So every time she evolves musically, she evolves as a woman. And what she's wearing now is, you know, something that you'd probably wear if you're anywhere from the ages of 40 to 60. So I find that there's a certain timeless quality to it. If it comes to wearing it on stage, well, it's kind of something you can walk out in the street in. It's not the kind of stuff that you can wear and stand out if you're on the stage. Yeah.
Ian, artists, you know, artists on stage, for Ivonne Chaka, if you were judging her performance and she came out dressed this way, what would your initial thoughts be? Even before she opens her mouth.
Even before she opens her mouth. Well, there's nothing wow about what she's wearing. I don't think she really made an effort, to be honest.
Yeah, okay. Well, I suppose apart from Robert, everybody feels that she could have done better. What do you think? The hashtag is Fashion Watch. And let's move on to who else was there. And this is Nameless. I will still at the Koroga Festival. I'll start with you, Ian, because of course I remember your statements from Amos and Josh on Tasker Project fame, pulling off the Nameless song perfectly. What do you think about his style?
He's got a good style, and his dressing now is very different from how he is when he, you know, on a day-to-day basis. So I think he's done pretty well with that jacket.
And of course, Carol, previously we've seen Nameless with the do-rag and the dark glasses. That's you know, been his signature style. He seems to be moving away from that, but he still has the same sort of feel to him. What do you think? Is it time for a makeover? If you were to style him, what would you do?
Well, as an artist, it's very important to constantly reinvent yourself. You don't want your audience to find you boring or to move on to someone else. You need to keep them, you need to be on your toes to keep them connected to you. And this, actually, the fedora is definitely an upgrade from the durag. That much is for certain.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Like the one Robert is wearing.
Yes. I learned a new word tonight. Okay.
It's definitely a more grown version of it, and it shows that he's actually polishing off his look as opposed to remaining, you know, the man-child who's kind of a hip-hop artist who doesn't want to grow out of this phase. In terms of what he's wearing, it could stand a little polish. I know Ian is saying this is not his day-to-day look. I love the blazer, I love the fit, I love the play of colors, but there's something about it that I think if he had more polish, because he's a mature entertainer, so you kind of want to show the young ones how it's done. Yeah.
Okay. Robert, the fedora, is it in? Well, I mean, let's just talk about it. But you see, Nameless is on stage. He's doing a lot of moving around. It could fall off. I don't know. I mean, well, what are your thoughts on what he has
What people don't know, sometimes they have pins holding on to the hat, especially if you're very vigorous. And he is a vigorous
locks,
dreads. But I do like the way he looks. I love the coat. What I like about Nameless is that he's so comfortable within himself that he almost makes anything look good. There are people who depend on clothes to make them look good, but the people who actually make whatever they have look good. And I think that's what he's cut for himself. And I love the fact that I didn't have a problem with his durag. I remember we had a fight here some months ago, but I actually appreciate the fact that he's actually moved from there. And when I look back, I said, this is a good decision that he has done. And he looks classy, yet he can also be a performer, and he will touch, he can oscillate between both as an artist, and also a grown, mature crowd will also enjoy the way he looks. I think when he walks in, and Judge Ian would say, lovely outfit. Well,
and Annabelle, is that a Nike sort of, I don't know what that is he has on his sleeve. What's that about? I mean, just attention to detail, like Carol always points out. I just noticed that. But anyway, away from that, that overall look for you. What do you think?
He performed so well. I haven't seen him in concert for a long time, and he actually killed it. It was really a really great performance. I really liked the brocade trench coat that he's wearing. It was obviously made for him. It had leather lapels. If you look closely, you'll see those kind of leather trim. I wish the leather sort of had gone all the way down to the bottom of the lapel, because you can kind of see it's cut short, which I think is, you know, it could have been a better finish. He looked really good. I'd love to see Nameless sort of shed that durag image from the 90s that he used to have and update his look with a fedora, but I still feel like, you know, this is a handsome young man in his prime. It would be really good to see his face, you know, and have him sort of slough off that hat and those glasses and have us really sort of see who the real Nameless is. I mean, I guess his name is Nameless, so maybe that's a pun on that, but it would be nice to see sort of new Nameless with his face sort of for the public to enjoy.
Yeah, okay.
Faceless, Nameless, faceless.
All right, and who do we have next? Let's take a look. Okay, so the cropped tee, I mean the cropped top and the little skirt, and I want to talk to you, Annabelle, about this. One is short, the other is short. How should girls do this look? Yeah, how should girls do this look?
Now, I'm the ambassador of the crop top, as you well know. I love a crop top. There's hardly any time I'll sort of argue against a crop top. This was a festival. It was warm. It's bright. It's vibrant. So I think Koi did a really great job sort of doing the graphic interpretation of the crop top. And I like the way her skirt is asymmetrical. You know, it has that tulip shape. And I think that pardons it being short. Paired with a shorter crop top. But I think the element of note on this outfit is her hair. I mean, this girl, like, her hair is that box cut, I think is so fresh, you know. It's so tomboy, it's so gamine. I think the hair is really the crown, the cherry on top of this outfit.
Okay. Robert, weave or that African. I mean, let's not be biased. Okay, there's team weave and there's team no weave.
Okay, no.
So let's just be fair on this.
Okay, all right.
There are guys who like weaves, right?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with weave. Really? But I see some weaves that are a bit confused. That you scratch your hair and you're like, or you know, there's this thing I see women walking around and hitting their head. It's like they're knocking on the door. If you have weave, have good weave.
Yeah.
There's a weave that is it called synthetic? That when it's hot, you have to disappear. It smells like something has died. So if you're gonna go weave, do it well. You get what I'm saying?
Like Lillian really
Yeah, this is good weave. You know what I'm saying?
It's not smelling?
No, it's not.
Trust me, I live in the salon. I live in the salon. I mean, really.
All I will say, we have, they say Brazilian. We are now going to South B weave. There's a lot of weaves coming up. So you please, let's just get it right.
Okay, let's do it like koi. If we, I mean, not the weave, but let's advocate for natural hair.
Natural hair is also good if you have a good shape of a head.
Which she does.
Yeah.
Yes, she does. She looks good. She looks good. Grace Jones, was it Grace Jones?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that kind of look.
Yeah.
But don't look at her and you think that you can look as
can
good
work
as her,
with you.
and then you're already calling and SMSing your barber. When you come out from your barber, your mom will be giving you a kitamba to hide your head. So
Or the
understand.
guy at home might not like it.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on. Wow, that totally went off context, but yeah. So this is still at Koroga. Carol, let's talk about this look. Is it age appropriate? This is a fairly young fella.
Is that a hat or is that
It's his hair. Yeah,
It's his hair?
I thought it's a hat,
Really?
actually.
I thought it was a hat.
I thought it's a felt hat.
Not this Oga hat.
Something.
No?
No, I
It's a
think
hat.
it's his hair. I think it's his hair.
It's his hair, you sure?
Yeah.
He needs to
Oh,
wrap.
it's a hat? Okay.
It has to be a hat.
Okay.
You sure?
My bad.
Is it a
I
hat?
don't know.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it
is
is.
a hat.
It's
Well,
his hair,
then-
needs to rub his barber's number.
Maybe he's trying a look. Well, the only thing I like about this look is the hat. I mean, I know he was trying something different, but for some reason it just seems a bit meh for me. You know, the fit of the shirt is all wrong. The pants don't seem to work. He wouldn't have me at hello. That's really it.
Really?
Yeah.
Annabelle, does that top kind of look feminine to you? Do you like it? Is it a style that guys can pull off? What do you think?
I think it's much like last week we had the guys who are trying that, what do you call it, the Oga? How do you call that embroidered Nigerian look? What do you call that top?
The Oga look.
That anyway, so a lot of the guys are doing this now. But again, I think the execution is key. I think you have to pick the right prints, and you have to pick the right prints, and then you have to match it really well. And I think when you're making a statement, and his statement is obviously his embroidered shirt, I think everything else has to be really understated and toned down. So I think him matching the orange loafers with the orange print on his top is a little bit much. So if you're going to do that, make that the statement, pare everything else down.
All right, and let's move this along to... All right, and this is another performance on the stage. Again, Ian, let me come back to you.
Fenna,
Yes.
beautiful performer, very lovely voice. But she does need a stylist.
Yeah.
She needs a stylist.
She doesn't want one.
Do you agree, Robert?
Yeah, that her top could be for the guy in charge of the back room. I need your jacket, give it to me. It doesn't fit well at all. Because she's a very good performer. She looks good. If she got a stylist to match her clothing with her look, there's no stopping her.
She doesn't actually want to look feminine, I think, because we interviewed her for Drum last year, and she wants to keep her look very low-key, no makeup, no fuss, just, you know, she wants her voice to be her instrument. But I do agree that she needs a stylist, or at least she needs to work with something, because when you're on stage for so long, people are looking at you. You want to give them something to look at.
The first thing
Yeah.
you do when you get on stage, the first senses that people have are the eyes.
Yes.
Right.
And people find it easier to see than to hear.
Yeah.
So by the time they're noticing that you're singing, they've already looked at you. So you need to have first impression, and you can only have a good first impression.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And who else do we have? Let's take a look. Okay, so I'm getting a bit fed up. I mean, I don't know, but I mean this look is all over Nairobi. I mean, I have this top in the same color, and I just
You can't wear it
Annabelle,
anymore.
Let's talk about this look. What do you think? I mean, are Kenyan girls really just going out of control with this look, or should we just keep on wearing it until the style is done?
Yeah, this slit top is on fire, you know. The girls are really doing it. I like it. I don't have one yet. I don't know why.
Don't get it.
Yeah?
Probably because it's all over.
I think they're really flattering. I think they're universally flattering. So whether you have a more curvy figure or a slimmer figure, this is a complimentary look on you. It's really sort of, you just have to wear the top and a pair of tights or shorts or whatever it is, and it looks cute. It's effortless.
Not wearing jean shorts.
Yes, like last week.
Yes.
I mean, I think she looks really effortless and beautiful, and I think that's why the girls are doing it, because you just throw it on and it kind of looks cute.
Yeah.
I think it's okay for now while the weather is hot, but it'll quickly get tired when the weather is not hot.
Robert.
The problem, and there's a culture with the Kenyan ladies, that when they're going out, you call, so what are you wearing tonight? Are you wearing heels? Are you wearing, and then all of them come out like that.
And how do you know?
I talked to people. I actually talked to someone, 2 days ago, someone said this to me. And what needs to happen is we need to stop going with the flow. That when you go for a Kenyan function, you'd think it's a choir, just different colors. So why are people, just dress whatever you feel like dressing and come out without necessarily finding out what your girlfriend in South B is wearing, and you're in Runda, and then you meet halfway, and then you're like, let's go for the choir.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Let's move on
swiftly on
to the Riverwood Awards. And this was at the Alliance Francaise. This is Giuliani. Yeah, okay. Let me start with you, Carol.
Well, it's a red carpet event. I really just don't care who you are. You are not allowed to wear jeans on the red carpet, especially if you're such an accomplished international artist, and especially if they're jeans that look like that. You know, there is a way he could have actually made this work, because the red carpet is about details, it's about grooming, it's about cleaning yourself up, putting your best image forward. So he could have just gotten rid of something like the jeans and then worn pants that probably go with the top, that, you know, maybe, and then got the hair off his face. That might have worked for him, but Timberlands and jeans on the red carpet is a no-no, really. Yeah.
Ian, your thoughts?
This is Giuliani at his best. That's how he dresses.
Okay.
Well, you can still dress and show off your personality as an entertainer without having to sacrifice your style. Yeah.
Annabelle, can an artist as big as Giuliani get away with just showing up? I mean, because that's his style. He loves this ragged look. Do our celebrities need to move away from that element that we see them in when there's an event, when there's a red carpet event, when there's actually photographers all over the place taking photos? What do you think?
I think Carol hit it on the head. I think being on a red carpet it shouldn't compromise your own personal style. It's just a way of upping the game, upping the ante. So I think you can still be Giuliani and have your very laid-back, rugged style, but finesse it a little bit for the red carpet. I know Giuliani, I've worked with him before, he's notoriously like holds on to this look of his, because he doesn't want to look like he tries too hard, because he feels like it may alienate his constituents. I like the fact, let's talk about positive things, I like the fact that he's really sort of contemporary, the way he's dropped the hem of his shirt, that sort of long shirt. It's very modern. All the cool guys are doing it. I like that. I like the fact that that is a silhouette that he's now comfortable adopting. But the jeans, like he could have worn a slim pant, he could have worn a leather pant, he could have worn nice shoes. Like there's many ways that he can still be cool, rugged, and relatable without sort of looking sloppy.
Okay. All right. And let's move on to who else was there. And this is an actress on Mother-in-Law. She plays a role on Mother-in-Law, and so she went with this look. Robert, what do you think?
I know as one of the best actresses in this country. That photo is not doing her justice. It doesn't look, I don't know. Is that a design, or is that a blue top inside? And
yeah, is that the dress and the top?
Two-piece.
Is that two-piece?
I think it's the top and
It's very confusing.
They don't go
the top
together
and the skirt
at
are
all.
separate, yeah.
They do not
Okay,
go
if
together
they're
at
two
all.
separate things, then she's going very wrong. If it's one dress, then the designer needs to go back to school. Simple as that.
Annabelle, how could she have worn this high-waist skirt? I don't know. Is it sitting right with the vest? What do you think about this?
I just don't know about this high-waist skirt business because we can't tell if it's a dress or if it's a skirt. It looks formal on top and casual on the top. Like, it's just a very confused outfit. I mean, it's really even hard to talk about because it's just schizophrenic, I think.
Did you just say what?
Oh, no, you didn't.
Wow. What do you think? The hashtag is fashion watch. And of course, we now move on to our celebrity watch, and we want to look at what our celebrities have been up to in as far as fashion and image and style. And let's take a look at that. Okay, so we want to start with Avril. And a couple of weeks ago, Avril posted this on social media and, you know, stated out loud that, said that she had been battling with acne and she was trolled. And of course, social media can be evil, and people said a lot of nasty things. But she is now the face of Oriflame and the brand ambassador of Oriflame. And I just want to talk about, you know, this with you, Robert, and just what your thoughts are on celebrities going out there and being as real as Avril was.
This is the day that I respected her in levels that I never thought possible. And it was so sad that Kenyans went and abused her all over social media. Well, those Kenyans, some of them who are abusing her, are still dying of brokenness, and yet she's a face of who? Oriflame. And I respect someone who comes out. The fact that, you know, being a celebrity sometimes puts people under undue pressure to try and look so fine that even when you go to your kiosk, you need to wear a Giorgio Armani suit. No, she's still human. And believe you me, by coming out, she made other people with the same issue believe in themselves. So for me, I think she needs to be given a pat on the back. And if anyone really put her down for coming out, must go on the same social platform and apologize to her. And I commend her for what she did.
And a lot of girls are struggling, and even, I mean, just a lot of people, men, women, are struggling with acne. And I think that was really positive coming from Avril, that move. Congratulations, Avril. And let's move on to who next we have on the Celebrity Watch. This is Emmanuel Zhao, and well, yeah, so that's his look. That's what he likes to wear a lot of times. And earlier in the week on Instagram, this is what he said. He said, wearing women's clothes doesn't make you girly, it's how you carry yourself. Plus a combination of the selections I mixed, men and women clothes, by my stylist, what do you think? Be my stylist, what do you think? I have done it for a while, my management hasn't noticed. So, I mean, Annabelle, let's just talk about the guys who actually like wearing, you know, girly stuff for whatever purposes. There are girls that like wearing guy stuff, be it underwear, be it, I don't know, whatever. So, okay, my producer is asking, really, Lillian, did you say that? Yeah, but it is. It's true. So, Annabelle, let's talk about this coming from a celebrity and what your thoughts are, you know, just playing around with style and doing what works for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is a play on the androgynous style that a lot of celebrities are doing now. We just saw, what was his name, Giuliani, with the sort of longer hemline on his shirt. We're seeing Jal here with kind of like a dress over pants. And this is, I think, a hemline, this androgynous feel is really sort of the direction in which fashion is moving. Men are looking like girls are looking like men, and everybody kind of looks sort of like something androgynous, neither man nor female. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's fearless. I mean, people take it a step further. Men are wearing skirts now. Men are wearing tights. They're called meggings. You know, men are doing things.
Robert, next week, I dare you.
Yeah.
Let's start. Yes.
I mean,
I dare you.
Yeah, remember Dennis Oliech 2 years ago, I think, showing up at the Blankets and Wine in a sort of skirt, and everybody was like, what is this? But clearly he was ahead of everybody.
Yeah, that's a visionary for you.
Yeah.
Why would a man wear a skirt?
Let me
Because-
just tell you
No, no,
something.
no, no, no. You want to be a woman, a man?
No, no, no,
Decide
no,
who you are.
Relax, breathe.
Fashion is getting worse.
Breathe.
I'm breathing, that's why I'm not dead.
I actually read an article about this a few weeks back where this guy actually said that the moment he put on an outfit, that he put on a dress, and he felt that he felt at home. Because for him, it's an issue of how comfortable are you with your
He
sexuality.
needs counseling.
No, he does not need counseling.
Choice.
It's a personal choice.
Yeah.
A man wearing a dress?
It's a personal
wear
choice.
kilts. What is
No,
a
no, no.
kilt?
This guy is evidently wearing a dress.
But what's a kilt?
That's a
Actually-
Scottish attire.
Well,
It's known for that.
For me, first
But
of
a
all,
man wearing-
unless Jal had said that he was actually being androgynous, you would never have known.
Yeah.
He actually just came out and said it.
He
Then
said,
he said,
yeah,
We are
if he had
judging
not said
the
it,
fact that he has said
Yeah, if
he
he
has
had not
worn
said-
women's clothes.
So, well, so that doesn't necessarily reflect on your sexuality.
no,
it
it
is
does
that-
not.
Not
It really
necessarily.
does not.
Yeah, so see, you can wear that pink shirt very happily, or whatever style it is that that you want
What
to
kind of
embrace.
shirt are you wearing?
No, shirt is okay.
no. What do you mean it's okay?
You will not catch me with a dress.
But that's a personal choice,
That's
Bob.
your choice.
No, no, no.
You
What
don't
about
wear a
tights?
dress, that's fine.
Tights. No, I mean, okay, personally, I don't have a problem with people. I would not tell them off, but I would not advocate for a man wearing a dress. Whether you say that's where fashion is going, let me be old-fashioned then.
You know, historically, women weren't allowed to wear pants.
And historically, men actually are the ones who used to wear high heels.
High heels.
Yes, they were actually designed for men.
fashion evolves, Bob. Things change.
No, let me remain. Let me just be old-fashioned Robert.
Yeah.
I'll be old-fashioned Robert. So Ian,
Okay, so you're
daring me to
about-
come with a skirt next week.
You're about to start a revolution where you'll see men wearing high heels. Thank God their feet are so big. But anyway, I don't know. Interesting food for thought, actually. Very interesting there that Emmanuel Jal pointed that out. And let's take a look at your tweets. Okay, and as we wait on the tweets, we had asked you to use the hashtag Fashion Watch and, of course, send in what fashion blunders you've experienced, what you've seen. Keep sending those in. And, of course, use our hashtag Fashion Watch to send in your pics, tweet pic, and send in pictures of yourself. Do you think you pulled off a look? Do you not like something that somebody wore? Send us those images and we'll be looking at them. Of course, do you need to know how to do a look better? Use the hashtag Fashion Watch and send in your tweet pics. And the tweets are here now, so let's take a look at those. Fashion Watch, could you kindly share tips on dressing for a wedding? Looking good, guys. Very elegant and fabulous. Thank you. That lady in the crop top looks good. Her name is Annabelle, but I wish the asymmetrical skirt was. Oh no!
Not this one.
Oh my
The
God!
picture,
I
the
read that
picture.
too fast. Okay, okay, but I wish the asymmetrical skirt was a bit longer, like midi length. Okay, so she's talking about koi. And I think Ivonne looks very good. That dress is beautiful. What shoes should I wear adashiki with? Can I wear it with sneakers? Torn between Fashion Watch. Okay, number one, somebody is asking on my earpiece, what is a dashiki? And Annabelle, I'm sure you know what it is.
Actually, I don't.
It's an African American, mostly
Yeah.
owned by African American. It's like a huge top that just has slits on the
Yeah.
side for sleeves. You
Oh.
know, this big
It's like
oval
Ghanaian
shape with a
inspired.
slit around the neck.
All right.
Yeah.
So, okay, so the question on the wedding, Annabelle, let's take that. What should I wear to a wedding? I see a lot of people wearing white to weddings
Right.
nowadays. Is that a total...
I think that's still a no-no. I
No-no,
think
yeah.
white belongs to the bride. So unless otherwise advised, stay away from white, stay away from cream, stay away from ivory. But the twist is that you can wear black nowadays at a wedding, so long as it, it doesn't look funereal and it doesn't look morbid. Wear black, and always sort of cover up. Be a little bit demure for a wedding because it is a a solemn occasion. Try harder than you would a regular day. Don't go in jeans.
Don't look better than the bride.
Don't, definitely.
And don't show up late, like heels clanking.
Yes.
Yeah.
And don't carry big handbags for a wedding. Those mandazis should be finished there. Don't carry them home.
So Carol, the dashiki thing, yeah, what did she ask? How to wear it?
With
With
the
what kind
shoes,
of
I think the
shoes?
shoes,
Yeah.
they're casual shoes, because if you're wearing a dashiki, probably you'd wear it with maybe linen pants or with a pair of jeans. So you probably wear it with loafers, very casual shoes.
Curious, is it male, female, or is it both?
It's usually male.
Okay.
Oh,
But
is
it's
it?
very
So why-
unisex. And the chic is unisex, but I
It's
think
more
the
of
person
male.
who's asking is male.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So thanks so much for your time, guys. The hashtag is Fashion Watch. I am looking at your tweets. I am loving your feedback. So keep your feedback coming. We'll be looking at your style-related questions, discussing them in coming weeks. Thanks so much, guys, for your time. It's a wrap. We'll see you next week. Good night.